Better not stumble.
I have got a lot of reading ahead of me.
You sure have.
And this is in all of them.
A little more yet, about 2 feet.
Was that the truck was going like this, and we couldn't even get the machine rolled up to the back end of the truck to unload it. So we brought the truck back up the hill just a little bit where it's flat, and we're going to get the machine out here and then lower it down and then wheel it down the road back to the house.
We hope.
We hope.
We hope.
Well, I guess what we're going to have to do is take the top off in order to get it into the house. But that's going to take some time, so what we're going to do is just get it off the street and take the other two out to the barn and store them, and then I'll come back and work on that later. Should be able to remove this top piece here, and that'll be enough to get it in the door. Going to go anywhere.
No.
And I don't think anybody's going to come and steal it.
I'm sure they won't.
They're probably going to wonder what the hell it is.
And you got it off of the street.
Yeah, and it's off the street. So now we...
Well, now what?
Okay, now let's go out to the farm and get rid of three more machines.
Okay.
Okay. Was the one I was going to use for parts anyway. I wonder if the tape was still rolling when it went over.
No, not quite, because I was moving.
Oh, okay. The cameraman was getting the hell out of the way. Well, the trick is now, how do we get it back up on its feet? That's going to be the hard part. Maybe we'll just bury it here.
Yeah.
Well.
How good's his friend?
Well, we
Real
could
good?
take a come along, Ed, and pick it up, I think.
Well, I see there's also the cords. wonder that just a few days after the big truck with the mysterious equipment offloaded in the old barn out in the middle of Coburg, that the DEA showed up and asked, "What are you guys doing?"
400,000 now. Yeah, except the technology is going to hell, so.
Have you figured out how you're going to do this?
Oh.
Oh, you better get somebody on the rope behind.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
How you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna push this
Let's go a little further.
go a little further with this.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep going.
I'll go back out. Whoa.
Well, Ed, what does this do?
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, right.
It's a video tape recorder.
A videotape recorder.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Bye. Nice to see you. Bye.
Judy, have you seen that?
No, I want to go in
Oh,
and see.
wrap it up.
You
We'll
There's
give
so
the wrap
many
up.
of you in there. I
Yeah.
thought maybe I should wait a minute.
Well, it's in.
It's in.
It's in.
It's in.
Now all I have to do is make it work.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
That's the easy
All there?
part. Yeah.
Oh.
And it'll probably never leave.
Well, here we are, about a year later. No, actually a year and a half. My, how time flies. And the big machine is now moved over from next to the doorway where it first came in to the other side of the room next to my other video equipment, which is really a much better place. And this is kind of a big event. We're going to make it work, and we're going to show you how good it works, hopefully. And the power switch. And color bars. Let's see, that means we're getting a signal from the switcher. Yeah, we are. Great. Let's thread it up and see what happens. What I have on here right now is a 1 hour reel. I guess they come in hour-and-a-half reels of tape originally, but I don't have any. The most I've got is an hour reel. And it goes through the, around the, halfway around the video heads, the pinch roller. And onto the take-up reel. Run it ahead a little bit. Get the head up to speed and push the play button. Now it's a fast forward dummy. Let's try play. By golly, look at that. There it is. Adjust the tracking control. And do a little head adjustment here. Okay. And there we are. Let's see. Let's run it ahead a little bit to where the program starts. Okay.
presents Mary Martin as Peter Pan.
And this is a recording of a program that was made way back in the 60s, about 1965 originally, recorded on this kind of machine, a 2-inch machine, and is now reliving again on 2-inch tape. Yeah, it's interesting to look at the quality of these pictures. They're pretty bad. I mean, the camera pictures back from 1965. Wow, the pictures are noisy, the color's not very good, but you know, that's as good as we could do back then.
Some say that as we grow up, we become different people at different ages. But I don't believe this. I think we remain the same throughout, merely passing in these years from one room to another, but always in the same house. If we unlock the rooms of the far past, we can look in and see ourselves beginning to become you and me.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Welcome in bed, Nana. Welcome in bed. Liza, is it 6 o'clock yet? Yes. Please, Nana, do I have to go to bed? Liza, we're pretending we're mother and father and we're going to the ball tonight. Come play. Always playing games. I have much more important things to do than play make-believe and dancing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wonderful job.
Oh, Mother.
Mother, you look lovely.
Oh, thank you. What are you doing in my old hat? We're doing an act.
Yes, we're playing at being you and father. I'm father. A little less noise there, a little less noise.
Mother, they never let me play father. They never let me dad.
Well, we'll soon fix that. There. May I have the honor of this dance, Mr. Darling?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's it. Can you imagine? There it is, my $25 tape recorder. We won't talk about all the trouble and expense I went to get into to make it work. And all the hours and time, and just getting air to the machine to make it work. It runs, if you don't know, it runs with 55 pounds of air on the air bearings on the video head assembly. And you've got to have an air compressor someplace. So I have an air compressor in the basement with a hose running up here connected to the back of the machine. And lots of electrical power too. We won't talk about that either. So there it is, folks. At last.
Be important to control exposure to the substances and situations which trigger attacks without being overly protective. This may involve keeping dogs and cats outside and special cleaning procedures to minimize dust in the child's bedroom. Children may take various medications for asthma which are designed to relax the bronchi or reduce sensitivity of the airways. A child may carry an inhaler which contains medication to help relax the constricted airways and ease breathing. Caregivers should be aware of children who carry inhalers and have a plan of action to follow when the inhalers are not adequate to take care of the attack. The child's doctor can give you guidelines on when to activate the EMS system. By recognizing and responding early to respiratory distress, you will increase the comfort and safety of the infants and children in your care.